Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I have the Redcat Kaiju 4x4 6S 1/8 scale monster truck. This thing's hitting the market at 400 bucks. So I'm very excited to see, knowing what's on the market in that price range and knowing what the trucks on the market also higher than that price range are doing. I'm really excited to see what this thing can do and how it stacks up. So we're going to get this thing out. We're going to take a look at it. I'll be following this video up with the unboxing video of the Rival MT10. And then, of course, I'll come back after that and we'll do another video showing the Kaiju and the Rival, since they're both from the same factory and they both have a lot of similarity in their designs. It's basically the little brother to this truck. So, that one's coming in about $300. This one's at $400. So, and we'll also be comparing the $400 Arma just up against it, so people can see what you're getting, 400 bucks versus 400 bucks. And then we're going to break out the Max, which is, I think, like 529. For a 4S monster truck. So we'll compare it to that and show a couple differences and see how it stacks up visually. And then, of course, I'll probably end it up with the Outcast 6S or the Notorious, one or the other, which basically is $150 more. But it's still basically what I think this has potential to replace, and not replace as far as it's going to take sales away from the Arma 6S. I'm saying the guys that are already out there with Arma that might want something a little smaller basher, or guys that might not have 550 bucks to blow on a monster truck, but they might be able to squeeze out 400. So is this going to be enough to satisfy that 6S need, as well as hold up the durability wise? So we'll find all that out in the upcoming weeks. But today I'm just going to focus on unboxing this. We'll do a landslide look at with that. I got some guys that really are interested in the tires, so I'll be doing some visuals of them, and we'll see if they fit the landslide, and maybe even compare them size-wise to like some of the Pro Line tires that are on the market, just so you can get a better visual of how they are. But yeah, this thing's loaded, man. Redcat's really doing it up, man. They've changed everything. You can see they changed the logo. They're working on a new image. They're bringing out their own new lines of trucks, starting with the Gen 8. This is not an exclusive Redcat to them as far as their designs, everything, but it is an exclusive Redcat that does not have a clone right now. So with that being said, this still getting it made from another factory. It'll always be made from another factory. It's just that they didn't have their full hand in the overall design of this truck. That's what they're working on now, but that takes a little bit of time. So Redcat's stepping it up, guys. If you're not paying attention, you might want to start, because everything you see from here on out, we should see some pretty good quality, and there's very high hopes coming from especially people like me and others out there in the market that really knows what they're going for and what they're aiming for. All right, that's enough rambling, though. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing out the box. I'm so eager to take a look at it. I literally have waited, all day just to finally do this video, because I really want to get this thing out of the box. But I waited just so I can have everything on video and keep my initial reactions, genuine.
Oh yeah. Oh baby. It feels good.
There you have it, guys. It's a pretty attractive truck, man. I'll tell you what. I like it. I always say that, man. The trucks never look that good to me until you see them in person. And I'm really, I like the body a little bit more than I did when I saw it before. I'm not a big Datsun fan. I actually brought the Pro Line Ram truck in because I want to see the body and how that fits on this. Because if I was thinking body wise, it's something I'm gonna like better, because I wasn't totally turned on by the body. But I'm liking it. I do. It's not too bad. I might keep it as a basher body. So first thing, you can tell they did to step up their game a little bit. They put the tethering little clip strap on there. Look at the little Redcat logo on there. That's a nice little touch. Everybody knows how pain in the ass it is to start losing body clips, and that just helps keep them there. And it's something nice. We've been seeing Arma do it for a while now, so it's nice to see Redcat taking notice and at least stepping up to do that, knowing that that's what people want. body. He's going to want some Gorilla Tape. It's got a good feel. It's not. It's definitely not the worst Redcat has ever put out. It's not as thick as like the BE6S shell, but that comes from another high-end factory as well. But this is definitely a good quality body. The Gorilla Tape is going to do it justice no matter what you do. I mean, Gorilla Tape just is a miracle worker at times. But look at this, man. See, I didn't even know that, guys. How many of y'all knew that? I haven't watched any unboxing videos, so this truly is the first time I've seen it come out of a box. And it's got this nice little mesh cover already on it, man. I know people go out and spend, $10, $20 just to get something like this added. So it's going to take me a minute to figure out how to get in here now. Damn, I don't even know how to get into the electronics. I don't want to yank it off. Oh, okay. Oh, my God. I was just talking to somebody about this the other day. It's like a little hairnet. Wow, man, this was my idea. I was like, they need to make like a little, hairnet or something that you can go around and just clip in that makes them easier to get on and off. Who the hell was I talking? It was about I think the MT10 or the BE6S, and I was saying that you could put little marks or something like that, and then get like a little hairnet piece or something on there. But that's all that looks like it is, man. Like a hairnet. That's awesome. But hey, there's guys out there that look for that stuff. First thing I really want to get into is this is getting, the electronics in this truck is getting full support from Hobbywing, which means it's probably got the Hobbywing capacitors, which a lot of times you see these ready to run units and all, they don't put their best stuff in them, for rebranding and things. Hobbywing's got their name on this, of course they're probably putting their better stuff in this. So that, these electronics probably have the better capacitors and things in them. I would definitely count on that. So hopefully this 150, is better than the normal WP50 or 150 we've been seeing come out that was put in a couple of the other vehicles along the way. But man, these tires, these are definitely reminiscent of a Badland, a little bit different tread pattern. Good feel, really good feel. I like the feel of them. Definitely going to tear up some stuff. It's probably the first truck I'm going to keep the stock tires on for a while, man. At least we're going to test them out and see them. So my one disappointment that I have right now is I was hoping a 4274 would fit in this thing. So, that doesn't look like that's going to be the case. This is a 4268 2100 kV motor, which is plenty powerful enough for the truck and the size of this. But because it is a little bit smaller of a 1/8, but it is still a nice truck. And I'll get you guys a comparison to that landslide and show you what that looks like side by side. But this is definitely, the inside. You can tell like the truck itself is a little bit larger. I'm not saying the whole length and everything, but it's just like the electronics tray in, is condensed. This is probably even the same size as the rival being in here. You know what I mean? And then, because I know the extension was bigger here and was wider up here, so it's probably the same bucket here that is on the rival, which explains why that is so right up against the ESC. So it's no big deal. You're just going to be stuck with a 4268 motor size unless you can find something else to do with that, the ESC, which doesn't really look like there's any other placement for it. But again, if the truck's got enough power out the box, $400, most people aren't going to change it anyway. They got their new little logo over everything, man. I like it. Even the remote, this is the same remote that comes like with the landslide and all, but you can see they're putting it on everything nowadays. It's a nice logo. I like it, and represents change, and change is good. And they see they give you some of them extra here too, which it's nice because you can go back and put some of these on some of my other Redcats now that don't have that logo. You can see this is something that I also like about this truck. They didn't go logo crazy with it. It's just some subtle logos, the name of the truck, shout out to their name, and of course the logo. So if you want to throw a couple red logos or something on it, you can do that yourself. They give you a couple other little cool decals here and play with. So this is the first Redcat too. This is something that they haven't done before. So it's a nice touch. You can tell again they're paying attention to the small stuff, little details. I'm not going to open the manual. You guys can download the PDF right now and take a look at it if you want. Thing looks like it could take a beating, man. It really does. You know, this whole rear tower brace setup is tight. I mean, like, there's no twist on that tower. It's all plastic composite. This is coming up here. This piece unclips. Looks like it goes up here and braces in for your body clips. These are adjustable, and you could probably they feel like they're a lot of the same longer ones that are on the market. So if you were getting like a SUV or a bigger body in the back, maybe like a Apocalypse body or something, you could probably get the longer post if you needed to, since it's just a round peg. It's a nice truck, man. It's got a nice feel. See how the arms hold up. They do go and cover the entire hinge pin here, which is nice and takes away some of the stress, you know, from the ends. But the arms themselves got a little bit of openings and things, but we'll see how that holds up bashing wise. Turnbuckles look pretty beefy. Definitely chunkier than like what the Landslide was. This little upper arm piece has got some thickness to it. It's got the turnbuckle adjustable link for the camber, which this truck actually looks like it's pretty well set up out the box. It's got a good feel on the suspension. Probably need a little bit of, I mean, it's going to bottom out. There's definitely going to be some chassis slap, but we'll see if some oils, and these are the aluminum threaded shocks, so we'll be able to adjust that down a little bit and see if we can't regain some of the recoil out of that. But you know, I'm not going to touch any of that until after I drive it for the first time, and then I'll come back and do all my maintenance stuff after I kind of see how it feels out the box. We do got some LED lights in the front, and there's LED lights in the rear, right down there. So it's a nice little touch. Wheelie bar feels really good. These are rubber wheels, they're not just hard plastic wheels. This is adjustable, so if you want to bring it down a little bit and don't want to be doing standing back flips, you got a little bit of movement there as well. They do got the all the aluminum hinge pins on both A, B, C, D blocks, front and rear. Let's see what else we can talk about with Redcat down here. The front, again, very solid. Very solid on that. No twist being a plastic tower. They really have this thing braced and contoured to feel solid. So we'll see how this holds up for sure, because this seems like these towers would definitely hold up to some abuse. This is a 4 or 6S battery tray. I think you can also put two side by side, 2S in there if you wanted to. It's got the dual plug with the loop, so if you only want to run one single battery you can, or if you want to do the dual setup you can do that as well. We already talked about the 150 amp ESC and the Hobbywing electronic motor, 2100 kV 4 to 6S. You got your waterproof receiver box. It's got the standard RCR2C receiver in there. And that, like I said, it's a basic remote. I've never had a problem with this remote as far as range or anything like that goes, so I'm not going to knock the remote. It's a stock standard electric, ready to run remote, and you know, it's nothing special, but it's also not going to slow you down any. So Redcat is going with their new 25 kg, it seems like, for all their trucks now. So this is a Metal Gear. It's 10 kg more than their original, you know, high-end one, besides the Savox, which was 20. So we're going even higher with this one. So we'll see how this holds up. But I tell you what, man, I'm one of the ones that love that old 15 kg, because I used to leave it in my truck and say I would replace it when when it broke on me, when it failed. And there was a point, even on video, when I was breaking down, I think for the M2C Racing on the Landslide chassis, and I realized I still had my stock 15 kg in my truck after all the abuse I had put it through. it was still running stock 15 kg, and I took it out as a working ESC, or I mean a working servo, and that impressed me. You know, like I said, as much as I had put that servo through. All right, so I don't want to take too much time with this because, like I said, I am going to do some follow-up videos and get into some comparison talk, and that's some of the stuff I could be doing and covering right now is what this thing looks like or what it's compared to. But like I said, we're going to follow that up. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break out the landslide. We're going to take these tires off, take a look at the hubs, take a look at the spline hex, take a look at the tires on the inside, seeing if these will fit, and I'll break out a little comparison real quick and show people where these stack up at, compared to some of the Badlands that are on the market, since that's what they're looking like. But all right, stay tuned. I'll be right back.